Welcome to BirdNoise, an Eagles fan podcast. I am your host, Dominic Estes. Today, I will be previewing the Christmas Day matchup against the New York Giants for the Philadelphia Eagles. When the schedule was released, everybody thought this would be a good game. The Giants had greatly improved last year. The Eagles were the Eagles, but this year, while it's still going to be probably a pretty good game, it's lost some of its luster. The Eagles are 10-4. They've dropped 3 straight. The real thing that changed, though, is the look of the New York Giants. The Giants have just had a injury-prone season, unfortunately. And Daniel Jones, he was out for a bit, then he came back, and then he got knocked out again, this time for the season, and that left the quarterback job to Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito, he's done a pretty decent job at QB, but the Giants, they have all sorts of problems. The O-line is struggling to do some pass protection, and it's just rough for the Giants. Tommy DeVito keeps getting sacked like he's Joe Burrow in the year that the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. But that is good for the Eagles front seven because they're going to need to get to Tommy DeVito in this game and get him on the ground. The Eagles really need to turn things around this week. This is their easy part of the schedule. They have the Giants, Cardinals, Giants. They've got to turn things around. They've dropped 3 games in a row. 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks. Rumblings about all sorts of things going on in the organization. Stories about the Eagles front office being concerned about Jalen Hurts. And it's all sorts of craziness. And this stuff is going to come out when teams are struggling. They need to just stick together and they'll be fine. Matt Patricia is now the defensive coordinator. I disagree with that move. I think we should have gotten rid of Brian Johnson as the offensive coordinator because the offense is just so dang predictable. The list of things that the Eagles need to fix, it's huge. They got to get the O-line back to winning in the trenches. They need to get the defense back to dominating the line of scrimmage that way. And Jalen Hurts needs to get his swagger back. You kind of saw him have a little bit of it, but he wasn't feeling great during the Seahawks game. I think that was part of it. And it's just been a rough past few weeks. The offense needs to not be so predictable. CMC was on Manning Cast last week and called an Eagles play perfectly before anything had even happened. Like no motions or anything like that. He called that it was going to be a run to the left or something like that, and they ran it to the left. And so we need to change some of the stuff we're doing on offense because it's just so predictable. We can't win games with a predictable offense that's going to vanish because everybody knows what we're going to do. The Eagles are at home this week. That means we're wearing the black unis with the green helmets. Unfortunately, the NFL has only approved one alternate helmet. So we did the Kelly green this year, and that looked dope, but I wish we could do the black helmets because those things were awesome. But we'll do the black unis with the midnight green helmets. I personally love the black uniforms. On the injury report for the Eagles, Landon Dickerson is out for the game, unfortunately. Big Play Slay is out again due to the surgery he had. Avonte Maddox, though, had his 21-day practice window open, so he should be making his return to the team soon. However, he has been ruled out for this game. Nicholas Moreau is questionable to play with an abdomen injury as of the recording of this video. The injury report for the Giants, it's pretty strange. Cade York, who was going to be their kicker, he is out. Mason Crosby, the former Packers kicker, will be in the Giants uniforms this week, kicking for the Giants. Ashawn Robinson is questionable to play as of the recording of this video. Dexter Lawrence also questionable as of the recording of this video. Now, Eagles keys to victory. I do this every week. What isn't a key, really? The Eagles have to get the run game and the passing game going again. They need something to change in how this team is looking right now. Use DeAndre Swift. Use Kenneth Gainwell. Use Boston, the Giant Killer Scott. It's Giants week. Boston Scott will probably get like 3 touchdowns for no reason at all. Get the run game going, and the passing game will open up. Defense needs to wake up. Everybody in the secondary has to step up and win their matchups. The D-line needs to dominate the trenches and get to Tommy DeVito. And get Tommy DeVito to throw quickly. Don't let him sit in the pocket and pick the Eagles apart. Like, that's just how it needs to be. Also, stop playing prevent defense in the fourth quarter. I hate that stuff. 8 yards here, 8 yards there. That's a first down. In 5 plays, you're halfway down the field. Play something besides prevent. Please. But those are my keys for an Eagles victory. That wraps up the video. This has been Bird Noise. I'm Dominic Estes, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, except you, Dallas. And remember, fly Eagles fly. Feel free to like and subscribe.